Have you ever wondered how safe you really are traveling on U.S. highways? It's a question that might have crossed your mind as you drive, perhaps during a long road trip or a regular commute. The reality is, our highways are not as safe as they could be. Every year, countless lives are lost, and many more are forever changed by accidents on these roads. The numbers are staggering. Tens of thousands of people lose their lives on U.S. highways each year. That's not to mention the countless others who are injured, often severely. These are not just statistics. They are mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends, and neighbors. Their stories are a stark reminder of the urgent need for safer highways. But why are U.S. highways so dangerous? What factors contribute to these alarming figures? Is it the design of the highways, the behavior of the drivers, or perhaps a combination of both? These are the questions we need to ask if we are to make our highways safer. So, buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into the world of U.S. highways, investigating the reasons behind their perilous nature. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the reasons behind the danger of U.S. highways. The data paints a grim picture of the state of safety on U.S. highways. Each year, thousands of lives are lost, and millions more are forever changed due to accidents on these roads. Let's delve into the numbers. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in the year 2023 alone, over 36,000 people lost their lives on U.S. highways. That's an average of nearly 100 deaths each day. But the tragedy doesn't stop there. For each person who loses their life, 8 others are injured. This means that over 288,000 people suffered injuries on U.S. highways in the same year. To put this in perspective, the number of people killed on U.S. highways every year is higher than the population of many small cities. The number of those injured is equivalent to filling up more than 5 NFL stadiums. What's more, these numbers have been rising consistently over the past decade. Despite advances in vehicle safety technology and efforts to improve driver education, the data shows that our highways are becoming more dangerous, not less. And the data doesn't just speak volumes about the scale of the problem, it also provides insights into why our highways are so dangerous. Key factors include high speed limits, driver distraction, and poor road conditions. From the data, it's clear that our highways are not just roads, they are battlegrounds. Every day, drivers and passengers are forced to navigate these treacherous paths, often with devastating consequences. As we can see, the danger on U.S. highways is real and substantial. This is not just a problem for those who travel on these roads, but for every single one of us. Because the reality is, we are all just one drive away from becoming a part of these grim statistics. But what do the experts say about the safety of U.S. highways? Well, it seems there's consensus among them that our highways need to be safer. Highway safety advocates, traffic engineers, and other professionals have weighed in on this crucial issue, providing a wealth of insights into the reasons behind the high accident rates on U.S. highways. Take, for instance, renowned traffic engineer Dr. James Bonson, who points out that poor road design is a significant contributor to highway fatalities. In many instances, he says, our highways are not designed with a strong enough focus on safety. Sharp curves, inadequate signage, and lack of lighting are just a few of the design flaws that can lead to accidents. Meanwhile, Patricia Turner, a leading highway safety advocate, emphasizes the role of driver behavior in highway accidents. While structural issues are a factor, she notes, we cannot overlook the role of driver error, impairment, and distraction in these accidents. Speeding, drunk driving, and texting while driving are all too common, and they are often deadly. Then there's Robert Smith, a seasoned highway patrol officer, who sheds light on the problem from a law enforcement perspective. Enforcement is a crucial piece of the puzzle, he states. Without adequate enforcement of traffic laws, dangerous behaviors like speeding and reckless driving go unchecked, leading to more accidents. These experts also highlight the importance of ongoing research and data analysis in understanding and addressing highway safety issues. As Dr. Sandra Adams, a researcher specializing in traffic safety, puts it, continual data collection and analysis are vital to identifying problem areas and developing effective solutions. From these expert opinions, it becomes clear that the issue of highway safety is multifaceted involving aspects of road design, driver behavior, law enforcement, and research. Each of these elements plays a role in the high accident rates we see on U.S. highways, and addressing them will require a comprehensive, concerted effort. Clearly, the experts agree, our highways need to be safer. With all this information, it's clear that something needs to change, and fast. Our highways have become a silent battlefield, where every day lives are being lost due to a range of factors from poor road conditions to reckless driving. The data is staggering, and it paints a grim picture. Every year, thousands of lives are extinguished prematurely, leaving behind a trail of sorrow and grief. Each one of these individuals had a story to tell, dreams to fulfill, and a life to live. But all that was taken away in an instant. Take the story of a promising young student who was on his way to college to start a new chapter in his life. His car veered off the highway due to poor visibility, and he didn't survive. Or the family of 5 heading home after a vacation, their vehicle crashed into a truck that was speeding, and none of them made it back home. These are not just statistics on a paper, but real people with real lives that were cut short. But it doesn't have to be this way. We have the means and the knowledge to make our highways safer. We can improve road conditions, enforce stricter traffic rules, educate drivers about safe driving practices, and invest in technologies that can prevent accidents. Each one of us has a role to play in this. As drivers, we need to be mindful of our actions on the road. As citizens, we need to push for stricter laws and better infrastructure. As a society, we need to value every life and do everything in our power to prevent these tragedies. Inaction is not an option. We cannot stand by and watch as our highways claim more lives. We need to act, and we need to act now. Because every second we waste, another life is at risk. Remember, it's not just about making our highways safer. It's about saving lives, preserving families, and ensuring that every person can travel without fear. The time to act is now, before another life is lost on our highways. Now that we've explored the issue in depth, let's summarize the main points. Our journey today has taken us through an eye-opening exploration of the dangers lurking on American highways. It's clear that these stretches of road, which should be conduits of freedom and exploration, have instead become hotspots for accidents and fatalities. A glance at the data paints a sobering picture. We've seen that a disproportionate number of lives are lost each year on our highways, with specific regions and roads, such as the I-95 and US 1, being particularly treacherous. It's no longer a matter of isolated incidents, but a systemic issue that warrants our collective attention. We've heard from experts who have shed light on the numerous factors contributing to this problem. From poor road designs and inadequate safety measures, to reckless driving behaviors and lax enforcement of traffic laws, it's clear that there's no single culprit. Instead, it's a complex, interwoven web of issues that need to be addressed holistically. This brings us to the call to action. It's not enough to merely be aware of the issue. It's time to mobilize our collective efforts to make our highways safer. This means advocating for better road designs, stricter enforcement of traffic laws, and promoting a culture of responsible driving. We need to remember that safety is a shared responsibility, and each of us has a role to play. In the end, the goal is not just to reduce the number of accidents, but to save lives. Every journey we take, whether it's a cross-country road trip or a short commute to work, should not be a gamble with our lives. Remember, every journey matters, and every life counts. Let's make our highways safer.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.